Welcome, friends, to the Beaver Dam. Hi, Mara. Here. Hey, it's for horses. Grass is cheaper, dirt is free. Marry a farmer and you'll get all three. Stepdad used to say that constantly. It drove me nuts. Welcome. We're going to hop right into some roster reviews. Are those packs back yet? I would give at least 6 kidneys for these packs to be in here. And heck yeah, would you look at that? The 6 kidneys worked. This is all I want out of life right now is bronzium wiring, because I literally have 0 bronzium wiring. Oh no. I'm also like fresh out of these too. Okay, there we go. Goodness gracious, that's rough. Streamlabs lies. Well, I mean, Trey used the command first, so what can I say? Well, we ended up beating our opponent. I'm guessing he just never got through. He never got through Darkside Ray, did he? He did get through Darkside Ray. Yeah, he used JMK against Darkside Ray. What happened? Did he run out of time? Was that it? Did he throw one counter against our Vader and then just be like, well, I got nothing else for that Vader, and just call it a day? That's wild. Okay. How many characters have how many 5-star characters have I taken up to relics? The answer is 0 at the moment. We're still working on our first non-7-star character, getting him up. I need a whole bunch of these to do it. Dang, I'm already out of this currency. That's wild. Yeah, I need 80 of these to be able to get our first. And that's the last thing we need, and then we'll have a 6-star Captain Drogon that's Relic 3. Do I have an Omicron order for Balin? Not besides what Arnold says. I don't know anything about Balin's team, I'm going to be honest. Like, I could go read through them and tell you what I would suggest, but Arnold's tier list is probably going to be better than what I can give you for now, since I really haven't read through these guys' kits. Let's go Zeta and Omi. I mean, I've already put 1 Zeta and 1 Omi on Captain Drogon, which is his unique. And then his Zeta is far away at this point. So next Zeta is going to Captain Drogon, and then the next Zeta after that I think is going to R2, and then all the rest of the Zetas are going to Leia. Yeah, obviously. I think the only thing that's really going to be super important for early gamers. Getting relics early is going to be important for this new change. And then I think that the raid. I think that's one of the biggest things this is going to do is open up raid stuff. And so me, myself, and I'm going to look into getting myself an Ethano, a Quiggled, and a Kix up to Relic 3. And see what they can do in the raid at the Relic 3 spot, and just kind of see what happens there. I'm kind of curious if we can get a good raid score, or if the reduced stats are going to be a problem at Relic 3. Because so far, from what it looks like in Scribe's testing at Relic 7, Relic 8, it's fairly easy to get a good score with these guys. So look at that Honda. I know I'm sitting here and I'm like, is it worth the $50? Because all of these characters are not 7-star and not relicked. And so, like, They're all Cairo characters. That really doesn't matter to me nowadays, though. Like, it's mostly the Gear 12 to Gear 13 and the relic materials. So, it is, do it. I don't know. It's $50 is hard to justify. Hondo's worth the $50. Yeah. Kix is coming soon to a theater near you. Okay. Well, let's open up for hey Jedi TJ, welcome. Kix, my beloved. Yeah, this is one that I really don't know much about. Like, there's a lot I know about. I didn't even know Kix was a pirate. Like, I didn't know that he had any connection to these characters. I didn't know who these two guys were at all. Besides, I know their faces from, you know, episode 7. But, like, this is an entirely, like, I had to look up kind of thing. So I can get Leia to Gear 12 the day I get her. I also have all the Zetas for her as well. And very nice, Jimmy. Yeah, I'm definitely out of Zetas. I've been spending them all on Jedi Vanguard, trying to get my Jedi Vanguard finish, which I dropped my last one on Jocasta Poo just this last Zeta. So she's finally done. I no longer have to touch the Jedi Vanguard faction ever again. I can take off the gloves and dispose of them thoroughly and never have to touch that faction again. And so I can focus on other things. That Kix appearance is only in like 2 comic books. That's wild. But yeah, I've got plenty of Kairos. I mean, I got 1,400 of this one and 800 of this one. So I've got plenty of Kairos to take Leia up. Okay, let's open up for roster reviews. For those of you who have not been here before for roster reviews. Also, good to see you, Astro Neck. How are you doing, my friend? Go to the Discord, and in the Discord, that's probably not going to work because it's still on cooldown from... oh, no, it's still going to work. That's right, because that one's Stream Elements, this one's Streamlabs. That's right. So there you go. There's the link to get into the Discord. Our priority is our $10 members and above can ask for their priority roster reviews if they so choose. They just have to let me know. And then below that is anyone that pays $5 USD or more. And then below that is anyone in the Discord in the roster review section after I send the message, roster reviews live now. And then below that is chat. We haven't gotten to chat in over a year, so I wouldn't assume that you would get a roster review if you're just in the chat, unfortunately. We just have too much going on. Okay, there we go. The message is in. Anyone that messages after that will be able to get a roster review. Hey, Will, good to see you, my friend. Will, have you tried Brandon Sanderson yet? I'm just saying. Really, really good. I just want to be included. Can I get a roster review? Yes, you can. Great one. Do you want to go at the top of the list? You are over a $10 member, so we can do a live roster review for you. So, you know, you hop in a voice chat with me and we talk about your roster, or you can just do a priority roster review and we'll do you first. So your choice, my friend. I love me some Brandon. Great guy. Yeah, Xavier. I bought it though. Okay, which one did you buy? I need to get his newest book. His newest book just came out like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And it just hasn't shown up yet. Hey, Spy Math, welcome.
Ants will do fine.
Doing my annual review to see where I'm at, pivoting to Raid Rex. Okay, sounds good, Anthony. Currently sick right now, so I'm not going to be that active. I feel like that would make me more active. Like, when I got COVID, I did nothing but sit there and teach people raids on Destiny 2 all day, every day. Because, like, I all of a sudden had full 16-hour days, and I wasn't allowed out of my room because my roommates would fight me. And I wasn't hungry ever because I couldn't taste anything, and so I was eating one Twinkie for breakfast to make sure meds would be okay because it was soft in my throat and didn't hurt, and then one packet of ramen at some other point during the day, and then besides that I just drank a ton of water, and that was it. And so, like, all I did was sit there and, you know, do Destiny and teach people how to play the game. Brian, welcome to being damn awesome. Thank you so much for the membership, my friend. Let me know if you want your priority or live roster review right now. Yes, I see you. Great one. Just catching up on chat, and we'll pull you in. What Zetas would you recommend for Jedi Vanguard in the Order 66 raid? If you're talking about, if you're looking at the Jedi Vanguard as in like Keller and Beck, you're definitely gonna want the Keller and Beck Zetas. But past that, you're not gonna need a ton of Zetas. And even then, I would probably suggest just the leadership or unique one. I think it is. I think it's a unique that gives them an extra life, just because that's going to be helpful in general. If you get Jocasta new, throw some Zetas on her. Perhaps she's a great damage dealer in there, but it's not a whole bunch of Zetas that you really necessarily need on those teams. It's mostly good mods. The mods are really what comes in handy because you need to be fast and you need to be able to kill off Fox in the opening play. How you feeling today, Beaver? I am good. I am solid. I'm hunting down all of the Star Wars Coke cans right now. I've gotten 13 of the 14 bottles. I'm only missing one left. I have 3 of the 8 varieties of cans, so that's 5 more 12 packs of Coke that I have to purchase. And so I've been on the hunt the last couple of days and talking to the Coke guys while I've been on my shifts. It's been fun. How do you sign up for a roster review? Since you are a $10 member, my friend, you can just basically let me know your ally code and we can jump right in. And if you are in the Discord and you want to do a live roster review where you talk back and forth with me in a voice chat on stream, then you can go over to the Discord and sit in the waiting for RR voice channel, since you are a $10 member. Yeah, I've got a Palpatine that I just drank earlier today. But yeah, I've got all of them except for Rey for the bottles. So I've got, let's see, I got Grievous, Grogu, Mandalorian, Boba, Finn, Poe, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Luke, C-3PO, R2-D2. Oh, and who are the other 2 that I'm missing? I can't quite see them. They're hiding. Queen Amidala and Lando. And then I'm missing Rey. Okay, sounds good, Brian. We will do you right after a great one. Hey, T, welcome, welcome. Yeah, the first time I got COVID, I was out for 10 days. I had 0 sense of taste. Nothing. And for the next year and a half, everything tasted wrong to me. I've always loved mint. Mint is one of my favorite flavors in the world ever since I was a kid. I love Thin Mints. I love chewing gum. I've always loved mint. For a year and a half, mint tasted absolutely disgusting. Like, every type of mint tasted like that, like the children's toothpaste, really sweet mint where they're like, we don't want to make it spicy for the kids. Like that kind of level of like really sickeningly sweet mint for anything that tasted minty. Any kind of fast food just tasted like vaguely greasy, and that was it. For like a year and a half, my taste buds were destroyed. And then I got like COVID 2 more times after that, and I mean, both times I lost my taste for like 3 days, but did not ever do something like that to me again. Prime sub, but walking over to my computer to do so seems like a chore right now. Sounds good, Pancake. I appreciate the thought, and I'm sure you'll catch us on another stream and help us out. You celebrate the 24th today? No. I can hear the fireworks going off, though. Okay, let's pull in Great One. Welcome, welcome, Great One. You have your ally code ready?
I can give you my ally code, or you can just find it in your friends list.
Are you in my friends list?
Yeah.
Is it same name?
Yeah, same name.
Okay. It's Astro Neck. Great. There you are. Beautiful. Okay, so tell me a little bit about your account. What are you looking to do right now? What are you looking for advice on? You're a pretty far in account overall.
Right now I'm looking to farm the ship to a Leviathan and get Hondo, the new pirate, GL day 1.
Okay, okay. So you're going day 1 Hondo GL, and you're going for Leviathan. How are you doing on the hard requirements for the Leviathan? Looks like you got the ship and the Malgus, so it's just getting the rest of the ships, right?
Yeah, it's just getting the ships, which is gonna take forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's, let's see, all the ones you have left. Sith Fighter is a Cantina node, right? And then the other two are both... Yeah. No, it's not?
It is a Cantina. It's destroying my relics right now.
Yup. I love Cantina node farms, but also hate Cantina node farms. It's a love-hate relationship for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so what advice are you looking for from me then? Because, I think we talked the other day briefly about this, how I would have gone for Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan before going for these two farms, just to get another value farm in. While they're still Gear 12, you can bring them up to Relic 7. But you're dead set on a Day 1 Hondo, which you don't really want to waver from, because that's Day 1 GLs are rough.
Yeah. So, do you think I should, finish my Jar Jar soon? Because I have the rest of the team, but don't have Jar Jar.
Yeah, it's one of those ones, you have all the Zetas invested in it and everything, and I don't think it would be a bad thing necessarily to get this team up. I'm still using it quite commonly, and especially to take out Balin's Skull and Rey with Hezra are two great things, but... in 3v3, it's one of those teams that works in one but not in the other. In 3v3, it feels severely underpowered, and with the raid gone, it's no longer tied to a raid. It's very undervalued to me. I would say the answer is yes. I want you to finish your Jar Jar, but I wouldn't put that above getting your Seer Malicos team done, or your value farm in Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan. But then after that, then I'd say, yeah, for sure, I would probably fix that hole and fix the Marin hole. So, you're going to do the Hondo Day 1, you're going to do the Leviathan. If you haven't gotten the stuff you need for Leviathan by the time you're done with Hondo, I'd work on the value farm of, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and then start filling some holes while you wait for that Leviathan to finish, aka Marin and Jar Jar. And then, or Malicos, and then I would, if Leviathan pops up, finish Leviathan. It's time sensitive. It's the best GL fleet. Go for it, and then you can come back and fill in these holes regardless.
Okay, so you would do the Poncho Bros before you did Seer Malicos team and...
Yeah, I would, just because Seer Malicos is fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I love this team. It's great. But Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon, all you have is just relic levels into these two characters, and you already have a bunch of their Gear 12 done. They're ready to go up to Relic 7. You don't have to invest any extra Zetas. It'll give you a little extra time to get some more Zetas and Omicrons to things like Terran Malicos, and to what was the other one that we were just looking at? Oh, Jar Jar. Jar Jar's missing a lot as well. And so, doing that, it's just the values are just way too good. You don't have to take them to Relic 9. You can if you want to, because you are going for some big things. You're going for, new content and that kind of thing. And so I don't think taking them to Relic 9 is going to be a bad thing for your account. but you have most of like the requirement relic 9s. You're getting to the point where it's going to be like luxury relic 9s and guild relic 9s that you're looking at. So up to you whether you take it that far. I'd probably just take them to relic 7 and then continue forward.
So I should do that even if I don't have Queen Amidala yet?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
The amount of, I don't know if there's one popping up soon, but like you're getting all kinds of good stuff, from like mod materials to help out your modding to you know, stuff to bring up you into relic levels and all kinds of great stuff. Like it's these, you know, these assault battles, the basic assault battles are really solid. They're really good, and especially for newer players, they're really solid. But the end game assault battles, the Paw Patrol and the Phantom Menace, they're just so insane on how much value you get each month from them. I wouldn't sleep on them, especially in an account of your size.
Okay.
But yeah, any other questions, comments, concerns, insults?
Not really.
Okay, gonna take a quick look at your ships. Do you have the Malevolence on your radar at all?
It's been working just fine without having all the ships at 7 stars. I'll probably work on that eventually.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely, I mean, it bailed me out of this last GAC, being able to take down a bunch of the profundity, and if you have good relic levels on it, you can take out the profundity every time. So definitely like one to have in your back pocket. It's not necessarily the best fleet, but that and the Scythe being at gear 12 with the Grand Inquisitor are both things that I think could be fixed in your ships, and it would help you have a little bit more leeway in your fleets. So you can take your fun ships like, you know, Leviathan and that kind of thing and throw them on defense just to piss off your opponents. Because that's where I get my most fun in GAC. Like, I love playing the battles and everything, but there is a sadistic glee that we get when we see a dropped battle on defense, and that is always what I'm looking for.
I always just keep all my GL ships for offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, at this point with where your fleets are at, like, you probably need it, honestly, because that Scythe, it's super weak with that gear 12, and even at the relic 7, like I find mine struggles a bit in certain counters, and I've been considering relic aiding the characters in the near future, after I finish my next 2 GLs. So, but yeah, I 100% get taking him on offense. Another side note is for everyone here, if you have a comeuppance like this one, keep in mind this reinforcement ability can now be taken up since the update. And so take this reinforcement ability all the way up, because this was like the reason that we took comeuppance up to 5-star, was just to unlock the reinforcement ability. It was not to actually make the ship better, because the ship just stays under stealth and it causes the nuke to happen regardless. And so you do not need anything to take this up now, and so take it up, make the comeuppance perfect. Yeah, it's a little thing that like it just happened because of the update, and it's definitely something I think a lot of people are going to need to do. So because a lot of people have like that 4-star comeuppance, and they might have been working on the Star Fortress, and they're like, I don't want to do the comeuppance because Cantina farm, I don't want to get rid of my, you know, relic materials. But then it's like, hey, now we don't need to. It literally is just there to come in and reinforce. So awesome. Well, if that's everything, great one. We're gonna move on to Brian with another review. But yeah, thank you so much, and it has been good talking to you.
Okay. See ya.
Yeah, have a great day.
You too.
Okay, we have Brian as also using his $10 membership. Now let's see, where was Brian's ally code? And before we jump into Brian, do you want yours just to be a priority roster review, or do you want to hop in a voice chat and actually chat like we did with Great One? Up to you, your choice. Let me catch up on chat while I wait for your response. Hey, Tempest, welcome. Don't know if I already said that. Windar, how dare you delete your message? Troy Rogers, good to see you, my friend. I'm glad you're enjoying the content. Kind of sounds like Lumar. Ah, I miss Lumar. I haven't talked to Lumar in a while. Wonder how he's doing. Hey, Fogley, good to see you. Oh, in Great One's roster? Did he have the Phalanx Omi? I don't know. I mean, I have the Phalanx Omi. No point not to have the Phalanx Omi. It's the best Omi in the game. Gungans are a luxury turnout with the raid gun. Yep. I knew your channel, a big fan of your content. Helped me a lot with the JKL and GI. Glad I can help, Windar. Yeah, that dude, Grand Inquisitor is rough. Gear 9 Cal means no JKCK. Gotta jump on that. Yeah. Here, what should I do after I have JML, Ray, SK? I was thinking Jabba, but I'm getting tired of the big farms. Then, dude, use the forks. Why won't let me prime sub? I don't know. I couldn't tell you, Pancake. Did you use it on someone else? How do roster reviews work here? We have a list that you can sign up on the Discord. So go to the Discord. Here's just type in !Discord to get the Discord list. But yeah, use the forks. Fork stands for factions. So you go through your factions. So like if I were to go through this player's roster, I'd go through the major factions that they have. So for instance, First Order, make sure they're not missing anything, or, you know, the big ones that a lot of people skip on, like the Sith Empire. Like this person has a 4-man team, but not a 5-man team, because HK is not a good 5th man. And so you'd want to get like Sith Empire Trooper up. And so you go through your factions and see what factions you haven't finished developing, and you take your time and develop some factions. Then the O is overinvested, underinvested. You go through the roster and you find those characters that have Zetas or Omicrons that are not brought up. It's these are overinvested, underinvested characters that need to be brought up. So like this Savage would be a big one. The Zori, the Marin, the Captain Rex. You know, obviously the Jabba the Hutt. And that brings us to our R, recently acquired. So Jabba the Hutt is a recent acquisition, and so this would be the big thing that I'm looking at, is the recently acquired with Jabba the Hutt. And then the last one is K, which is killer characters, and so that'd be stuff like this Afra. This Afra is sitting here, you have an Afra team because you unlocked, you know, unlocked her, and she comes with her team, essentially. It's just those 3 plus any other 2 dark side scoundrels. There's some, you know, obvious, here this guy's best and this guy's best, but for the most part you have the Afra team. And so this is a killer character, is a character that can take down GLs, or a character that can solo a team. So killer characters would be like Dr. Afra or Savage Opress. These are the characters you're looking at. And so by focusing on these things in between large farms, you can take your time, take a break from your big farms, and clean up your roster a bit. So use the forks. Hey, Harry, welcome, welcome. No voice chat, thank you. Okay, so we're just going to do a priority roster review. Are there any other ships like that after the update? I'd have to think about it, but a lot of the ships are going to be ones that, like, you guys kind of already have lying around and, like, ready to rock when it comes to that type of thing. Plo Koon would be one that, you know, it's not going to be applicable to everyone, but Plo Koon would be a solid one to do. I'd have to kind of like go through and think about it, because like Comeuppance is 100% like, it's just there for the reinforcement. That's the only point of that ship. Phantom, I think, also would be another one. You could throw a Phantom in so many fleets and do some good stuff on defense and offense, even if you're a lower player, because it's going to allow the call to reinforcement ability reduced by 1 on the allied capital ship. So that means you get 2 turns in a row where you bring in a new ship. So Phantom 2 wouldn't be a bad one. I think Ebon Hawk is another one. I think it already has the chaff standard on this one, so I don't think it's super necessary. But I'd have to like go through all the ships and all the fleets in my head and kind of think about it. But there's a couple for you. Hey, Sahil, welcome, welcome. Oh, the Omi was an accident. Fair enough. Great one. Just want to know what Zeta I need for Grand Inquisitor. If you're talking about just to do Riva, it's the unique. That's the only one that you actually need, and I actually find the basic more frustrating to use in both the Riva battle as well as the assault battle. I find that the basic Zeta is actually really frustrating. But if you're just talking about Riva ready, oh, GI event. You're saying the GI event, what Zetas? Okay. Do you not watch my videos? I have a whole video about this. The Inquisitorious, you need the 7th Sister ID9 Zeta, which you have. Do you? No? Yes? Maybe? You have a Zeta on her. What's the Zeta? Do you have like her leader Zeta or something? ID9 is the Zeta that you need. And then if you want to, it's optional, is the 8th Brother's Bladed Hilt. It's not necessary. And, you know, I've seen people do it with no Zetas, but it usually requires a lot of really, really good mods. But I'd go watch my video. I go through the exact mod order that I suggest for it, because it does require either God mods or a mod order. I've done it as low as like 270 speed, 260 speed on each character, I think, if I recall in that video, just because that was the slowest 6-dot mods that I had. But I think as long as you have the overall like order of operations that I have in that video, you should be fine. But that video is going to be great for you. Yeah, you got the Lightspeed bundle. Yeah, that I'm telling you, dude, like there's a reason that's my most watched video on my entire channel. It's because I put a lot of work into trying to get that as low effort as possible to get you in there, because it is a pain in the butt. It's my least favorite event in the entire game. Sup, Beaver? What's the point of Phantom and Leviathan? It's just to reduce reinforcement times. Like literally that's it, is just to make it so that way you get 2 reinforcements in a row. It throws off certain counters. It's the same thing in like almost every fleet. You can throw the Phantom 2 into any fleet and it'll reduce the reinforcement time, so you can get reinforcements out faster and get multiple reinforcements out. And so like certain things where it like matters how many reinforcements came out beforehand, like for instance the bonus turns on Lando and stuff like that, you can get it to happen faster. So 8th Brother is 100%. This one is optional. You do not need this one. I do suggest it, but you do not need this Zeta. It is just the 7th Sister ID9. This is the only Zeta that you need. I was looking for one that showed Riva as lead. If you have a Riva, let's see, where is it? Is it tier 4? Yeah, Ahsoka. Yeah, no problem, Brian. Is there anything else? Do you want me to look at your mods or anything, or is that it for this year, or this month? I need mods as well. Yeah, fair enough. When it comes to Lightspeed bundle accounts, that's one of the big things is mods. There's a reason we suggest Jabba as one of the first things you go for after you get your Lightspeed bundles and get like a good solid start where you have like at least one GL and try to get your GL ship done. You usually go for Jabba to help fix your mods. But overall, this if you watch my video, that doesn't require a ton. I do highly suggest the video. It will show you the mod order and everything, and it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, Riva lead, I don't know. I honestly don't think that there's really a strat to the Riva lead. It's just kind of like if I had an auto button, I could probably auto this and call it a day. Yeah. Like, this event is cake. If you have the Grand Inquisitor unlocked, which, I mean, obviously, if the Grand Inquisitor unlocked, you already have it done. Or if you have Reva unlocked, Reva just adds so much damage to this that it just doesn't matter. Like, usually you're like, oh no, I need to balance and make sure that I'm not gonna die during this. That's not a problem here. You could literally just kind of hit auto and just watch this run until eventually it kills her. Like, that's basically it. And these aren't well modded Inquisitors. I despise the Inquisitorious team. I always have, and so I don't mod this team well at all. This team is modded like garbage right now, and I'm just sitting here, not dying, just kind of taking hits. And so you just kind of wait here. So my guild only has one person farming Reva. I mean, that's rough. That's for sure. Reva is one of those ones that needs to be a guild-wide farm. If you don't have it as a guild-wide farm, it's not going to work. Okay, let's save up all of our abilities, get ourselves ready to go into this next set. Let's go ahead and hit this, get ourselves a little bit of extra stuff. Okay, we're going to apply burning. We're going to go ahead and go for a big hit. What are we looking like? Looks like we got a while before she takes a turn, but I kind of want to turn those dots into... or those things into dots. Go ahead and get rid of that. And there's death. Like, that was the hardest tier with Reva. It's... if you have Reva, you're not going to struggle getting through this event. I'm telling you right now. There's a reason I haven't made a guide for if you have Reva. Yes, Rich, we are still doing roster reviews. Superman Max get past them all without the fifth brother, Omega. I'll be your digital assistant for an hour. Just sign up to the list. GLs are modded for well, but my missing mods on my main non-GL teams, yeah. No, it's still Leia. I'm almost done with Leia. I'm almost done with Leia. I just finished the who was it? The Captain Rex up to Relic 7, and I'm working on this. I'm almost done with her. So she's next on my list. JMK will be down the road. Yeah, we start with a new list every single stream. And Rich, if you want to sign up, go to the Discord, my friend. Should I switch guilds then? If you are going for Reva Ready, yes. If you are willing to go for Reva Ready, I would suggest, switching guilds. I don't think it's ever a bad thing to swap guilds. Swapping guilds is, in general, a solid idea. Sometimes we outgrow guilds. That is fine. Sometimes guilds outgrow us, and we have to be dropped because we're not, pulling our own weight. It happens. So I definitely think yes. If you are going to go for Reva Ready, go for it. Okay. Do you have Balin? I do not. Balin's not on. Balin's on my list, but he's not soon. I have Merrick at gear 13. I have Shin that I just got to 7-star like last week, and then my Great Mothers are still waiting to be worked on. But Leia comes first, so I'm probably gonna do Leia, JMK, Balin, because I'll probably have time to do both Leia and JMK before Balin comes back again. I say probably. I'll definitely have that time. So. Thank you for the $5. Great one. We will do Kulelu. Kulu. Kulelu. Calkite. Also check out for Lord Vader or Leia. This is the same. I think this is the same roster. Well, you have your Jabba here. You're gonna finish your Jabba, obviously. If you're willing to push for clones, you can do Lord Vader. And if you want to do that to help you get into a new guild, 100%. But as I see it right now, it's going to be a better idea to go for Leia, Brian. Does Lobot need to be 7 stars now for GLA? I'm assuming no, but I can't test it myself. If any of you guys get a character up to Relic 3 for a requirement for a GL, and it works, please let me know. I would love to let people know about that, but I don't currently have a way to check that on my own roster. So. On Zomboys? Are you talking about the Enoch squad, Fogley? 100% Astro Neck. 100%. With his viability in the raid coming from, you know, one of his requirements as well as the clones that go with him, plus the fact that he is a great GL now with the Dark Side clones, I think that yes, you should definitely prioritize Lord Vader over JMK. JMK, just so many kits lately have just been screw JMK specifically, and I don't like that, but it's the life we live. Twitch chat going wild. Okay. Let's see. Next on our list, we finished great one. We finished Brian. Next up is going to be Anthony, who put it in or into the Discord. And so we'll do Anthony Flower next, and then after that is going to be Calkite, because I'm not going to attempt to say that name again. I feel like you're speaking a different language. You're insulting me in, like, Irish or something. Or maybe pirate speak? I don't know. Do you know that the requirement of Rey on Hondo is because of an Easter egg on Battlefront 2? Is it really Battlefront 2? Is that where we're from? I figured it would be Galaxy's Edge. But yeah, I've done that Easter egg before. It's how you get the I think it's the, like, Jedi training skin, isn't it? Because the episode 9 skin, I think, was free. You have Twitch? Yeah, I stream on both Twitch and YouTube. It's English. It is a form of English. You are correct. Enoch. Enoch Zetas. And then the Bite would probably be my, like, go-tos for that team. Rise of Skywalker skin with the hood. That's right. Yeah. Okay. It's a whole. You go through Maz Kanata's palace, and then you interact with the painting of Hondo, and it gives you another clue. It's like a huge long Easter egg to unlock the skin, all in Maz Kanata's palace. And like you have to, go and read some Arabesh that's outside of the map, and it was a whole long thing, but it has to do with Hondo. Keep in mind, Rich, this is an American stream, and that word is much more vulgar here than it is there. Yahweh, or however you say your name, I do you or not, does not give me any context because I have no idea where your last message was and what the context of your last message was. Okay, so let's jump into this roster review. Sorry, we've caught up on chat. So it's been slightly over a year since my last review. Lightspeed almost got me a lot of those factions that I passed up on, Geos, Tuscans, etc. I'm thinking I'm this close to JML and GLA Organa, but I don't have nearly enough Zeta mats to even begin to put their teams together. To be fair, you don't really need them for JML. The new gear changes. How fast can I put together the Mace Windu Rex for his next appearance? Here's the thing. The gear changes aren't going to help you. When it comes to journey guides and that kind of thing, the gear changes don't really help. Because if you look in these events, for instance, like Mace Windu, let's see, does Mace Windu actually have it? Yeah, 7-star. So because it's a requirement of 7-star, it really doesn't help you. Can I get the channel? Oh, the Twitch channel. I don't think I currently have a command for our bot for that. I have a command on Twitch to bring you to YouTube, but I don't have one for YouTube to bring you to Twitch. I should probably get that fixed. But here is a link. There we go. Is Ki-Adi-Mundi affected on the gear changes? Ooh, I don't remember if it mentions. I think it's fully the same for Ki-Adi-Mundi, but I don't know what you mean by is it affected. Are you referring to like trying to do his event? I don't know what part of this you're referring to. You don't have to deal with the list. Kyle, just because someone paid for your roster review. So just get your ally code into the chat using the X's or throw it in the Discord and tell me what your Discord name is under roster reviews. Either way, get me the ally code and we will do you next. That's not what I want. I want the oh, dang. It's gone. It's over here. That's right. Okay. Duckbird. There we go. So hypothetically speaking, if I refresh all characters, would I get it in time? No, I think the only ones that were changed were Hoda and Wampa when it came to those types of characters. Double refresh on Mace. It depends on where he is right now. Let me double check. Clone Troopers. You can have your Clone Troopers done. Jedi Vanguard. Jedi Vanguard. Depabiliba is at 5 stars. Temple Guard's at 6 stars. If you double refresh, yes, you can finish in time. You have about 2 months and 2 weeks. So yeah, if you're double refreshing, Depabiliba is going to be the only one that's going to be close, and I would suggest saving up the gear to bring her up, or bringing her up early, up to relic level now. And just save the stuff to bring her up to the immediate spot, because you might be within the week of the Mace Windu event, but with what you currently have for the Jedi Vanguard and the clones, yeah, you'll be able to if you double refresh. Okay, sounds good. You are next, Khalil. Three Scoundrels Cantina coming in with the raid. Thank you, my friends. Hopefully your guys' stream went well, your little podcast. It's been a while since I've been on with you guys. I just left to be raided back in. Nice. I love that.
I, Hondo Onaka, welcoming you to the Beaver Dam.
You could potentially do some proving grounds at 4 stars. Yes, this is true. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. So yeah, the answer is yes, Anthony. If that's the big thing that you're worried about, the answer is yes. But the problem is that's also a ton of Zetas into your account as well to get that team up, and I'm not a big fan of the team. But if that's something you want to do for your guild, 100%. Okay. And then you're close to JML and GL Sokotano. So yeah, like you can go for Mace Windu 100%. This is hurting my soul, dude. You already have the Omicron on him too. Like, you complain about not having Zetas, but yet you have an overinvested, underinvested character. You have a character that you could bring up and you have a GL killer. Sounds good, Spy Math. You have a great night. Yeah, like that Hondo soundbite was, I mean, it was me predicting the future last year when I got Jim Cummings to say it, you know? So with you being so out of Zetas, and you're talking about double refreshing, which means you're willing to spend some money, I might suggest doing some ability ascensions when they come around to kind of get your Zetas back up and running. But you got your Star Fortress here that you need to work on. What else do you have in here? Do you have anything else that you need to really work on, or are you pretty much caught up on ships? That's not at all what I wanted to click. You need to be picking up Rex as often as you can, considering the current meta. Looking good there. You need to finish relicking up your Scythe. Okay. Yeah, you're pretty good on your ships, which is problematic because that's usually what I suggest is you work on your ships while you're getting more Zetas for your other farms. And so unfortunately you're kind of caught up on your ships. You should be saving as many crystals as possible for Leviathan to get to 7 stars. It's crap at 5 stars, it's great at 7 stars. But yeah, I would probably take some time. You're going to do Mace Windu. You're obviously going to push hard into Mace Windu, so I'm not going to push you away from that farm because obviously it's time-based. Starkiller and the Queen's Men are 2 things that I think should go into this roster, and additionally, finishing out your Inquisitors. Reva's sitting here with 1 Zeta at, gear 8. Your other Inquisitors, bringing him up for the 5th brother and the Grand Inquisitor to Relic 7 is going to help out your fleets. So I think some cleanups in order, and I think that'll also help you take some time and get some more Zetas into your roster. So I think that's going to be the big thing for me here, Anthony. I mean, if you love territory battles, these guys like basically full auto everything with them and Merrick, and they'll go through everything, and they have special missions at Relic 7 and Relic 8, so definitely something to look at. Was it Timmy upgrade? I mean, he's a great character. I don't know why you wouldn't bring him up. Yeah, the guy who does Winnie the Pooh is the same guy who does Hondo. Exactly. Hey, Kenny, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Circular has been a lot. Same, bro. Same, bro. Absolutely. Inquisitors suck dookie. I hate them. Are they your sand? Like, to be fair, let's reveal a hole in my roster. The Inquisitors coming out into the game was one of my least favorite times in this entire game. And so if we look through my Inquisitors, I'm missing so many 6-dot mods on that character. I'm missing so many 6-dot mods on that character, and these are starting lineup characters. Every other starting lineup character in any of my fleets have full 6-dot mods, except for these 2. I didn't even put the Zetas on, Grand Inquisitor or Third Sister until recently, like the last couple of months. I despise this faction too, but you can't sleep on the fact that they kill GLs. They're good in territory wars. They're good in territory battles. They're good everywhere, and so they're a necessary evil. Are Inquisitors even worth it? Yeah. I mean, Relic 8 Inquisitors gives your entire guild another 2,500, get 2 currency. They give you a good team in Rote. They beat like 4 GLs. They beat most of the teams in the game in GAC. They beat like 4 GLs in Territory Wars. Like, across the board, they're one of the best teams in the game, as much as people crap on them. What is Nightbot doing? I'm new to the game. What should I do? What you should do is get to level 85 as fast as possible and start building out some teams. It'll give you this team for free. Where is it? This team for free. So build out Hera, Captain Rex, Sabine, Kanan, and Chopper, and build out yourself a Phoenix team. Build out some other stuff like some Imperial Troopers, specifically Veers, Piet, Dark Trooper, and then any other 2, usually Moff Gideon and Range Trooper. and build out towards Jabba and Executor as your first 2 major farms. So after you get to level 85 and get those teams kind of at a good spot for yourself, you're going to start pushing towards trying to get yourself a Jabba and trying to get yourself a Executor. I highly suggest going and looking up Arnold T101. Here's his name in chat. So you can find him and just look up Arnold T101 free-to-play guide, and that'll give you exactly what to go for farm. And there is a playlist on my channel for some like really early game stuff, like why do play Galaxy of Heroes, how things work, things like that. So go check out that playlist. It's not fully complete, but it's there. Kenny Sears, thank you for the follow, my friend. Does level 85 matter as much now with the change? Still, yes, because until you hit level 85, you are capped on how many crystals that you're getting per day. You can't increase that amount, and you're relegated pretty low. And then once you hit level 85, you get access to GAC, and you can start winning more crystals as well. So you're still level 85 is when the game starts. Is it as important to get to level 85? Not so much, because like you can level up characters past where they should be, which is one of the nicest things in the world, because that's going to make it so much easier to fight through the campaigns in the early game, because you aren't like stuck. So smite this Nightbot. Do we have a list of characters the light side tokens will be usable on? Yes, it's scoundrels and separatists that are pre-Huyang. So, like, none of the new pirates are going to be involved in that scoundrel tag when it comes to light side tokens, or light speed tokens. Strat with Inquisitors is just to wait for the new tokens, just farm the... I mean, that depends on when we'll get Empire tokens, because it's all based around when the tokens come around. So it might be a year before we get Empire tokens or Inquisitorious tokens. So... Is there codes? Like, codes as in, like, promo codes? The answer is no. But there is a web store that you can get some good free-to-play stuff. So you'll just go up here in the settings, and you'll connect an EA account. And then after that, you can go to the web store and sign in through there with your EA account. And you'll be able to access a whole bunch of free stuff as a new player through there. So I do highly suggest that. Additionally, if you put your ally code... so if you once you get your ally code, if you just click the settings up here, it'll show it as well. But you get this ally code. Whoops, wrong button. Ally code, and if you give us your ally code, we can get you a whole bunch of allies on your list, which will allow you to have characters to utilize to help you out through the campaigns. Quit types, but this game pulled me back. Star Wars will do it to you every single time. Okay. Anthony, did you have any other questions before we move on? Oh, Night Trench off the bench. Okay, next up we have Calkite. Let's see. Calkite said he put his thing in chat. Is it Darth Raki? Is that what you said? Kalua Kyle, or however you say your name? Because trying to find anything in this chat is a nightmare. And if you want something to watch, Kenny Sears, I do have a stream on my channel. If you look up Speedrun, you can watch me stream playing through my first day of Swago. and I just speed run my first day of Swigo, trying to get as far as I can. It was pre some changes. We're going to try again in a couple days from now and try it out again and see how far we can get in one day with a new account, but you can go watch that as well. Okay, for those of you who are here in chat, if everyone could send an ally request to this ally code to fill up this person's ally list, I would appreciate it. It's smugglers, not scoundrels for license tokens. Thank you, Lady Geek. Let's go ahead and send one on my account real quick. Ally invite, and there we go. And make sure you try and find yourself a guild, Kenny Sears. I don't know how they do this. I genuinely don't know how they do this. I'd have to ask my guild. Hey, Peanut. Yeah, we're doing roster reviews. Okay, there's Calkite. Thank you. I hope you're not, like, absolutely fuming that I'm calling you Calkite just because I can't pronounce your name. What am I missing here? This looks like it came in completely wrong. I'm missing the 8 at the beginning. There we go. If Stap is eligible, he's the only character I have below gear 12 that I can use the token on. Yeah, Stap's going to be my first choice for sure. Deep substrate calcite. Foliated calcite. Every else if you check tomorrow, I swear. We do roster reviews often. You can come back for another stream, Jimothy. Doesn't Tempest, I did not understand a word that you just said. Why is Stap your first choice? You guys are getting me so off topic during these roster reviews. We're not gonna get through anyone. Because, like, who else do I use it on? Like, Wat Tambor and Stap are, like, the only two that I have left. Like, sure, I guess Droideka, but Droideka's not in the meta, like, at all right now. Unfortunately, Trench is a Conquest character, and so he's not allowed. There we go. Yeah, Wat isn't eligible because he's one of those characters, yep. Yeah, you can't use it on Wop. Is he really a Conquest character? Yeah, I would agree with you there. Okay. You didn't really give me much about your account, so we're just going to kind of go through. If you want to give me a blurb, you will just throw it in the chat about your account. It looks like you're either close to or have an executor. You have an executor. So first things first, you're going to relic your BAM. You're really close to a lot of things on ships. Make sure you keep farming your ships, because like you have an almost done BTLB to finish out that fleet. At least finish it for now to make it usable. You almost have your Hyena Bomber done. You still need your Punishing One, your TIE Echelon done. How's your First Order in general? Okay, good. You did do the Special Forces. Good job. There's a lot of people who have been skipping that one lately for some reason. Keep in mind, Calkite, they did limit your ability to jump into a new guild on your first day, because leaving the starter guild that they auto-assign you to counts as your one guild that you can join per day. And so because of the stuff that they recently started doing, they actually kind of lock you out day one of getting into a good guild. So, but yes, get into a good guild as soon as possible. Hello, Jello. Are you going to be like Groot and the only thing you're going to say is I am Jello? Because I would love that. But yeah, so you're going to relic your BAM. Make sure your Executor is taken care of. Your Cad Bane's relic, which is solid. And then after that, you really need to get yourself a Jabba into this roster sooner rather than later. It's definitely one that it's going to take you a while, but you already have the JML. So heading and getting yourself the Jabba is definitely should be on your list. I'd stay in the Rebel Trinity for the most part and try and get that finished. I think right now the biggest worry that I have for your account, besides like some low relics, like we're seeing a Relic 1 Maul, we're seeing a Relic 3-star killer, a Relic 1 Terran Malicos with no Omicrons, which is painful, because those Omicrons are kind of everything on him. Relic 3 Jedi Knight Revan. So we're seeing some low relics here or there that I would like you to take up, which would also give you time to do other things. Is your fleets. Your fleets are looking rough, my friend. So working on your fleets, working on getting, you know, those 7 stars is going to be super helpful, and it'll give you time to finish some of these characters, because the low relics are rough. And by working on mods and working on you know, getting up characters and working on fleets, you're gonna give yourself the breadth to actually get the Omicrons and Zetas into these characters. Hey, Keokio, welcome. And I am Steve. Beautiful. Have a great night, Caleb. Yeah, so you've kind of jumped around a lot, and we can see that in here. I think a lot of this comes down to don't go after your next big project. Take a break. Take care of some of this stuff. Get your characters up to higher relics. And because you have the stuff already done for this right here, I would say my next farm before a big project is getting your Seer Junda up to Relic 7. This is also going to help your Malicos team, obviously. Relic 7 Seer, Relic 7 JKCK, and get Zepho ready. Because if you can get Zepho ready, you can weasel your way into a really good guild. Unless you're already in a good guild, still do this to help out your guild and help out your teams. But you can weasel your way into a fairly good guild just by having that. How are your speeds? I'll take a look. JMK, the fact that 550, so this is solid for JMK. I don't like the broken mod set, but the speed is solid for JMK. The fact that that's your fastest GL is what's worrying. 547, you want a fast Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and you want speed health mods, not just health mods. And this should be, this can be health. You can do health or offense. And then this should be critical, crit damage, 100%. And instead it's defense. And so, like, overall, decent speeds on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, but you're missing out on a lot of the other stats. And you're missing out on some extra speed due to a speed set. So I definitely would work on your Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. This guy is a little weird to mod. He's looking pretty slow overall. But you do have... Ooh, this needs to be swapped to protection. But otherwise, all of these being protection is a solid thing. Once again, broken set. Not the worst thing in the world if you're trying to get just the most speed possible. But a little sad to see. But overall, the protection mods are looking good for it. Your goal is usually what I would do. If you're looking for a goal for GLs, I wouldn't do this for every character, because if you do this for every character, it's going to take you forever. But my general rule when it comes to GLs is GL speed minus 50 is the bare minimum speed. So if you can get it within 30, perfect. That's what I prefer, is within 30. Bare minimum 50. So what I mean by that is if we go to swago.gg and we type in Jedi Master Luke Skywalker and we look at best mods, we can see what his average speed is, 553. So I want to see at least 500 speed at bare minimum for this character, and then I would want to see at least 520 for what I would consider solid mods for the character, and then if you could match or exceed, that's the perfect amount. This is the average for Kyber, and so when I get a new GL, this is always what I look for, is I try to get my new GLs at least within 30 speed of this number, with the plan of getting it up at this number or above this number eventually down the road. So also make sure you're using swago.gg because it'll tell you all the mods that you need to know. Keep in mind, IDK, if you were talking about Jedi Master Luke, I want to see 550 with a protection arrow, not a speed arrow. Keep that in mind. It's the same thing with Sith Eternal. I want to see 500 speed with a health arrow, not a speed arrow. Mara's looking solidly fast. Don't mind the broken set once again, just because you're trying to get the most speed, and that's a viable strat, 100%. 343 on Piet. Zam being fast is good. I don't know if I'd put this much speed on Zam, honestly. Overall, I'm liking how your regular characters are modded better than your GLs right now. I think your regular characters are looking pretty dang sexy. Your GLs seem to be needing a remod. So I honestly would shift around your mods and get these GLs up to snuff, because your GLs should be your best modded characters in your entire roster. Otherwise, looks like you know how to mod at least. Like you know how to get speed mods and do that type of thing, which is great. Who should the slowest GL be? I believe Sith Eternal is the slowest GL overall for like what you're shooting for. I believe there's no other GL that you're shooting for. Like his like max is like 500. If you get it above 500, I'm impressed. Like Rey, we shoot for 500 as a goal. You can go over it if you want. But like Sith Eternal's like you're just trying to hit 500 as much as you can. Yeah, on old meta characters, which entirely could be possible when it comes to like coming back. But keep in mind, like you do know who should be fast, and these are not bad characters to have fast for sure. Like Count Dooku's old meta, not really relevant right now. Rex is still good. Moff Gideon's still good. Are they amazing? No, but they're still good. BB-8. He has a high base speed, which is probably a big indication of why he's this high. I'd like to see your Han up higher instead of your CLS being this high. Jedi Knight Revan, is he over 300? Yeah, then you're doing solid. Yeah, like JKCK, like this looks like you're trying to push him into speed instead of push him into damage because he's an attacker. And so like it seems like you've pushed a lot of speed into your roster. I would probably do a roster remod, and I would go through and I would remod according to swago.gg. If you want to use hot utils to get you started, you can, but I don't like hot utils. I think it messes with your mods more than it actually helps, because like the mod loadout I have for Bad Batch is like throwing health and potency broken sets on characters and stuff, and yeah, I'm not a fan. But you look like you've rolled high mods. You just need to get them into the right places, essentially. But yeah, looking like a solid roster. I'd say work on your ships, take some time and fix some holes in your roster, get Zepho ready, build into a, as you get into Zepho ready, you can weasel your way into a really good guild. In the meantime, you're looking at going for the Hutt Cartel into Jabba. And if you already have this, okay, you don't have the ship for it yet. When you get the Fury class Interceptor, I would like to see you go for Leviathan eventually. But yeah, we got Mara with her little chair. She'll be hanging out with us on our side streams like this. Okay, we have Great One coming in with Smite this Nightbot. Egnards. Guys, this is the single greatest roster in the entire game, and let me tell you why. There is one specific reason that this roster is the single greatest roster in the game. Look at that beauty. Gaze upon its magnificence. This is the power of the Beaver Dam, guys. For those of you who don't know, I challenged Egnards to a battle of wits in Star Wars trivia and put on the line different things. And the thing that he put on the line is the Omicron that he absolutely refused to ever apply, which is this Omicron. Which is hurtful to him considering the fact that he Relic 9'd all his Gungans. His Gungans are a huge PB, a huge passion project for this guy. He loves these characters, but he absolutely refused to apply this Omicron. And we won in a battle of wits, and now he will forever live with this shame. For the same reason, we actually challenged Arnold also to a battle of wits in Star Wars trivia. I don't know how many of you guys were here for that one. We won that one as well. We remain undefeated in Star Wars trivia at the moment. And so Arnold on his free-to-play account has to Relic 9 his Rose Tico, which is hilarious to me. Yep, that is exactly why he's got the Relic 9 Rose Tico on his free-to-play. Why Relic 9 Marin? He has a PP for Night Sisters. I don't know what it is about Night Sisters, but he was really upset at me because we played each other's GAC a couple weeks ago. You guys can go watch that stream if you want. It was awful. He was eating spoonfuls of sour cream. I was eating olives, green olives filled with blue cheese. Both of us were on the verge of throwing up. We hated it so much. We had he looked at my Night Sisters and he was so depressed by my Night Sisters. I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. They do what they need to do where I have them. I beat Jabba. That's all that matters. But yeah, he has a specific love for Night Sisters and a specific dislike for GAC in general. I disagree. Vader doesn't need the Relic 9 more than anyone else. The Relic 9 that's the best among the GLs. It goes JML first, Leia second, and Lord Vader third. Hey, Zachary, welcome, my friend. Okay, we are in the free list now. We will be putting on our 5-minute timer. And we'll be going through these. Our 5-minute timer's in the wrong place. There we go. Love Night Sisters are my first good team and my first Zeta. I put them off for so long, dude. Jimmy Bean. Okay, let's see what you got to say. Getting Leia done is my first GL, then going on to JKL. Then Execular, followed by the Poncho Bros. Can you also check mods? I don't know if I need to work on them or not. Overall, I like your farming path. I do like the Leia first. That was what I was doing with my free-to-play account. I think that either Leia first or Jabba first, either one works really, really well. I like the Leia Executor for Shizzle. I think it works really well. And it gets you a ton of assault battles and different like material stuff. I really love that. So I don't really see a problem with your overall farming path. Looks like you're pushing into ships really well. You have the TIE Bomber already done. You already have a 7-star Y-Wing. Looking good. You say crap, but this is like, for an account this small, this isn't awful for ships. Like, with a 3 million GP, yeah, maybe, but like, it's not awful. I guess the one thing that I'm surprised by is the fact that you have a 7-star Gear 12 Savage and you haven't dropped a Zeta and an Omicron on this guy and got him up to Relic 5. This guy is just insane. I use him on my free-to-play account so often to win GACs. And so when you have this much already pushed into him, I'd finish it off, dude. Bad light, don't turn back on. Makes you feel better. Everyone had a hard-on for SLKR rushes a few years ago. Yep, 100%. That was my roster, actually. I was an SLKR rush. Your Giant Revan could use a little bit more speed. Bo-Katan this early is so interesting. And within good parameters for a Bo-Katan, your Grogu could use a little bit more speed as well. But overall, it looks like you're doing good on speeds. I'm a little worried you're kind of, I don't know, at times doing an ooh, a piece of candy kind of thing. But overall, you're staying primarily focused. So I would just add Savage to your list, essentially. Thanks, Lady Geek. Hey, I don't mind anyone that wants to be part of the 2%, Jimmy. I'm not going to complain. But yeah, looks good. Unfortunately, with an account this early, there's not a whole lot that I can say besides, hey, add Savage to your list. The rest of it is just going to be like, get your first couple of farms done and try to weasel your way into a good guild. Like, that's kind of it. You're on a Wep One at the moment. Perfect. Okay, we might have another short one here. Devlinsky. Oh no! I hate that Chrome does that randomly. So annoying. Okay. We got Devlinsky. Well, this is for what I'm looking for. Okay. Just finished up Jabba, just getting his last 2 Zetas. Very nice. What'd you do in order? I would have done his basic much earlier, but yeah, basic next. You work on mods in general, wondering what GL or farm to go for next. I start ponchos and we'll finish them after gearing up my Star Killer. Okay, so it sounds like you're doing a little bit of cleanup, a little bit of value farms, getting your Star Killer up, you're getting your Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan up. Sounds great to me. You don't have a whole lot of over-invested, under-invested, which is good to see. Good to see. Not Empire, it's Separatist, right? Separatists is the big faction for this. You bought the Lightspeed book. Let's look at your ships first before I finalize my decision. Hold on. Before I finalize my decision. Got all the puns today. Okay, so you have an Echelon to finish. You have a Hyena and a Marauder. Okay, I want you to focus down your ships quite heavily here for a second. Because it looks like you have some ships that are very close to being finished. Like you don't have a Star Fortress or a Comeuppance, which you just need to unlock the Comeuppance, and then the Star Fortress, you need a 7-star. I would be double farming your Marauder at this point. Like, I would be. Last check. So, sounds good, Fogley. You have a great night, my friend. Is Resistance Fleet worth it? I will always advocate having more fleets versus less fleets. There is never a reason to not go for fleets. That fleet nukes Malevolence, it can beat Profundity, and that's enough for me to get it no matter what. Because that's an A tier fleet that it can beat and an S tier fleet that it can beat, and that will always be enough for me. I also have used it to clean up a Executor before. Like, it is a great backup fleet since the Comeuppance has come out. So I don't think that's one that I would sleep on for most people. Your value farms are kind of non-existent. Are you in a guild that's already Mando ready? Are you in a guild that's already Zepho ready? Because if that's the case, then like I don't see a problem on sleeping on these farms. No, you are not in a guild that's like that. Might be something to look at, even if it's just going for the Bo-Katan, getting the Mommy Mandalore, and then kind of circling around to doing it. Either way. Yes, Panic Monk, we have started the list, but it is a fairly long list at the moment. We'll see how fast we can get through it. Overall, I would say either we go for Bo-Katan or we go for Lord Vader and the clones, and you push into the clones and get them to 5-star Relic 3 and keep pushing to get them to 7-star. Because you bought the Lightspeed bundle for the Lord Vader. Lord Vader's going to be your start into the bougie bunch, and it'll get you into a good spot with a new GL, good spot into the raid, and then probably do Bo-Katan Mandalore. That would probably be my order of operations if I took over this account today. Would be, you know, you're going for your Queen's Men. Fantastic. Finish up that. Finish up your Jabba the Hutt, but then I would start going for the clones for the raid, and then go for the Lord Vader, and be able to get those two together into your roster. You're going to have a great new GL. You're also going to have a great thing for your raid. You'll be able to get into a good guild using your raid score, and then using that raid score to get into a good guild, you can also say, hey, my next farm's Bo-Katan Mandalore, and so they'll be like, oh, you're working on Mandalore already. You're working on raid requirements. This looks like a prime prospect for a new guild. So, is Bo more worth it than JKCK? JKCK is a fantastic lifter. Bo beats GLs. Bo cleans GLs. Bo beats most teams in the game. I never have a complaint about going for Bo. On top of that, you're getting Keller and Beck, who is good for the raid, good for territory battles, or territory wars. You know, I see zero problems with going for Bo-Katan Mandalore, and usually you can find a better guild if you go for the Bo-Katan Mandalore and then work your way back like I did. That's what I did, is I got the Bo Mandalore out of a PP, and then I was like, yo, I need 6 months, and then I'll go work on JKCK, but I have to finish this next character first. And so they're like, yo, okay, we'll wait for you. And so JKCK is still fantastic and really, really good, but like, I prefer Mommy Mandalore, and you're missing a lot of Conquest characters still. Maybe it's you just haven't activated them, but the fact that you don't have a Malicos severely undermines the idea of going for Zepho ready, going for JKCK. It makes it a lot less important to me. SLKR is your fastest, 571. Health. I would move around some mods and try to remod your SLKR. Crit chance doesn't really matter, but also it's Jabba. So honestly, the mods aren't insanely important anymore. Like, yes, they're helpful. They are. I'd suggest health across the board, but it's not like life or death. This guy could use some more speed for shizzle. Yeah, and you can see your mods are struggling on him already, so I'm sure he's on your list. About 500 speed, over 10,000 damage, good enough for me for Ray. C, looking a little slow. You do have a speed arrow too. Oh, your Sith Eternal needs a full remod. This needs a full remod. This crit damage triangle already is not a great 6-dot mod in general, but on top of that, crit damage is needed on so many characters that sure, I guess, why not? Health. This guy wants all the health. 300 speed on resistance 0 Finn. Love to see it, my friend. Not too bad of a fall off. Still pretty harsh for an 8 million GP account. Keep working on your mods. Remember that they're not girlfriends. You can't fix her. If there is a bad mod, there is a bad mod. Do not keep taking it up and assuming you can fix her. Leave it in the past. There's always more mods to be farmed. The Queen's Bend's going to help with that. Get your JKR up to 300 speed. If you can get your Maul up to 300 speed as well. Is your Rex up here at all? Your Rex needs speed as well. Regular Rex, not Captain Rex. I'm also missing a fast... Oh. How fast is she? Oh, no. Dude, this is the engine of Starkiller. Please get her over 330. I'm begging you. Use my knowledge. I beg you. I need to get that as a soundbite. That'd be such a good soundbite for doing roster reviews. Her mods are on Jabba. We'll get her own mods. Oh, gosh. Yes, never scrap a 6-dot mod. Use it for a pilot. Use it as a hand-me-down mod until you literally have no use for it. Then delete it. You're struggling with Smugglers? Are you talking about Smugglers Run 2? I haven't made a guide for Smugglers Run 2, but honestly, just God mod it once. That's all you need to do is God mod it once. Put your best mods on every character. And you don't even have to, like, specialize, dude. Yes, that is correct, Panic. You don't even have to specialize. You know, we sort by speed, and then we sort by tank. And, boom. You grab Malik's mods and move them over to Chrysanthemum. Or you grab JML's mods and you move them over to Chrysanthemum. You find your best tank mods and you move them over to Chrysanthemum. You go over to... And so, like, you just make mod loadouts and just make mod loadouts and move them over. And then move them back. It's super easy. And so just God mod once and then you can sim it from then on. So you just do it once, you get the 3-star. If you don't get a 3-star on your first try, repeat. I did it, I think my first try after I God modded, and I did it again and to record the God modding, doing it with the God modding, and once again, first try, did it, like, didn't have any problems. So, like, literally just God mod your first time, and then after that, you'll never have to play the event again. You can just sim it from then on. So it's worth putting in a little extra effort one of these months just to make sure that you can finish it with 0 problems. And honestly, that Zeta on the basic is going to probably be helpful as well. Getting a faster ultimate is super nice on Jabba. Yeah, no problem. We got 30 more minutes max because I still need to grab food before I go to sleep. And it is late. Going for Leia and Merrick, currently saving Zetas for her. Mods on Lobot are what I plan on using on her. Wondering what relics to focus on after I get to Merrick to Relic 7. I know I have a Star Killer. I'm getting him done when I get done with Leia. So it sounds like you have a little bit of a plan. Ran it and did it. Absolutely not Jimothy. Bad Jimothy. JML does not need his ult. Jabba does. JML's ult is the one that you save for someone else, not the other way around. Yeah, dude, focus down your ships. Like, yeah, you have some stuff you could build a Sith Empire team, that type of thing, but focus down your ships and start working towards the bougie bunch. How does Sith Eternal? Sith Eternal in the bougie bunch. Yeah, Sith Eternal in the bougie bunch. So, like, Sith Eternal, and then you're missing a lot of conquest characters, so if you're getting close to Cat, then go for JMK. If you're not getting close to Cat, go for Lord Vader. Stream cut out when you went to ships? Oh, what happened there? Your ships are garbage. Your ships are garbage and what you should work on, my friend. Your characters look great. You have a plan for the characters I'd suggest to you anyways. I would probably say Sith Eternal into Lord Vader as your next big farms, but you need to focus on your ships, dude. Your ships are just not doing good. And like I saw that you have a little peepee here for the clones. I saw an Apo in here. You know, you got 5 stars. So the Lord Vader's gonna make sense regardless. Are you playing Proving Grounds every month? I hope you are. I hope you're working hard on your Proving Grounds. Lord Vader after Leia. Yeah, that works. I think a lot of people are sleeping on Sith Eternal for sure. But yeah, you have a an unfinished Malevolence fleet, an unfinished Empire fleet, an unfinished Finalizer fleet. Like, are any of those going to be, you know, the insane meta right now? No. But are they incredible fleets that are still going to get you wins because you have extra fleets to play with? Yes. So yeah, there's nothing better than looking at a team and being like, I don't want to deal with that. Sith Eternal. Like, literally, it is just my... No, I'm good. You know, you're like, I've used so much already. I don't want to try and defuse a Qui-Gon. I don't have a good counter. Sith Eternal. Malgus, I don't want to touch that. Sith Eternal. JMK, Sith Eternal. Like, it's just, it's my go-to, go defuse that bomb. I don't want to deal with it. Is he fantastic as a GL? No. But does he need most of his Zetas? No. He literally just needs his ultimate, and he's good. And, like, that's it. And then you just throw him against teams. You don't really have to build a team around him unless you're trying to do, like, the JMK counter. And you could just kind of throw him in with Wat Tambor. He'll kill JML. He'll kill any non-GL team you throw him at. So, yeah, Quadme, yeah. Nice. Switch that either to health or to or offense. Took me a second for my brain to catch up. Overall, your mods are looking a little on the lower side, but still looking good. Just keep working on them, essentially. Your GLs look pretty dang sexy. So I hate Ray on defense. She's so good. Always swirls random whirlwind one shots. Yep, she's the worst. There's a reason everyone throws her on defense. Okay. Is Jedi TJ still here? He's too powerful. Oh yeah, tired of Ray? Trust me, I get it, dude. I am so tired of the Ray Hezra. Well, it's time, guys. I didn't think we'd play this song during this stream, but here we are.
Not again! My game just crashed!
I mean, her, Ben, and JTR are basically the key three, and then after that it's just kind of hodgepodge mix and match. There's so many things that work for her. I really like that about her, actually. I love the fact that it's, she's very plug and play friendly. Are we gonna end roster reviews here and now just because CG won't let me play their game? If Thano mentioned and game immediately crashed in fear. Super great off the bat. I mean, the difference between a non-Ben and a Ben Ray for like defensive hold rate for Star Killer, it's like a 7% difference. It's really not that much of a difference. Like in other cases, it raises the win rate significantly in like things like other GLs and stuff like that for sure. But like when it comes to the Star Killer counter, it's not really a big percentage change. Same with Malicos. We're gonna try exiting the game and re-getting into the game and see if that fixes everything. Bugs are pretty lame.
I can't log into play, but you want me to pay. Go fix your game, CG. Go fix your game, CG. The bugs and the glitches are haunting me. Go fix your game, CG.
EA servers are down. No connection. Did the EA servers go down entirely? EA app says the service status is working. Same with EA Play. That's on the EA help though. In the last 10 minutes, there have been 29 reports.
Oh, look!
with a
When up they
baseline of
dropped,
8.
They fix their game.
Yeah, looks like we might be having an outage right now. Yeah, like I'm still streaming just fine. You guys can see me and everything. Like we're here and everything. This is like this background is not just a black screen. This is the game. Like the game is open. This is like the game is open and sitting here, and it's just it's not doing anything. Let's try our free to play account and see if it pops up on there. Or if it's just on the EA app side, which I'm guessing it's just the EA app side. So like the online client will be down, and that's basically it. Still no connection. Right, even after they rebranded from Origins into the EA app, it's still buns. Yeah, there you go. Even on BlueStacks, we're getting a try again error. I mean, either way, even if BlueStacks were to work right now, I would literally rather find 8 dead hamsters in a black garbage bag in the middle of July heat in the backyard than, like, do roster reviews on BlueStacks. I despise doing roster reviews on BlueStacks. Not only is it buggy, it's also, like, less characters on screen, so it's much harder for me to find things. Annoying. So annoying. So... like, yeah, I think we're gonna call it there, unfortunately, guys. So we're a little early, but we'll do another roster review stream soon. We'll start doing at least one a week. So yeah, BlueStacks was such a roster review pain. 100% agreed. I'm guessing you too would rather find 8 dead hamsters in a black garbage bag in the July heat in your backyard than do roster reviews on BlueStacks, Asteroid Mech. Yep, still black screen of death. Interesting caption, sure. I actually think they're in mine too. I don't know if that got fixed in this update or if that's part of the client update with the new era pass, where the lightspeed tokens and stuff like that will be added. Yeah, I don't know, Sahil. So... I would rather find 14 raccoons inside my clothes basket at 3 a.m. than do several roster reviews on BlueStacks again. Fair. Fair. I just unlocked Malgus, Malicos, Quadme, Dr. Dre. If you're willing to get the Dr. Dre cron, obviously she's going to be the best in your account. But it really just kind of depends on what you have in your account. Usually I'm going to say Dr. Dre first, just for the sake of, I don't know if you have Sith Empire. I don't know if you have a Seer Malicos team ready to go, or the Omicrons necessary to do that. I don't know if you have the Queen's Men already up. So if you already have the Queen's Men up, probably Quadme. If you don't have the Queen's Men up, then probably Dr. Dre. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if it's just like the servers over here. I got nothing on like every side right now. Like we've tried BlueStacks, we've tried, yeah. Yeah, we just so this is Down Detector. Remember where I said we had 26 outages? We are now up to 40 reports of outages. So yeah, it's down. So. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. Big shout out to our damn sugar daddy. Great one. You are awesome, my friend. As well as our damn best members, current and former. They always have a home on our end screen. Big shout out to those who contribute to the Beaver Dam. You guys are awesome. You guys keep the lights on, and I appreciate every single one of you. Big shout out to our damn elite. If you are new to the damn elite, make sure you go to your Discord, go to your user settings, go into connections, and connect your YouTube to your Discord or your Twitch to your Discord if you have a subscription through that. Either way, that's the best way to get access to all of the wonderful perks that you will get as a member, and we will be having a members only stream this next week. Whether or not you guys will enjoy the members only stream, that is a fully different matter, but you guys requested this, not me, so it's on you guys. Have fun with that. But thank you guys so much for being here. Absolutely not gonna like. Wendar, yes, Profundity is still worth it, especially if you bought the Lightspeed bundle. If you didn't buy the Lightspeed bundle, it's a little bit lower on priority, but I still would put it up there. It's an excellent ship on offense. It's an excellent ship on defense. Just because it doesn't perform as well against Executor and Leviathan does not mean it's a bad ship. It's still one of the trickiest off-meta fleets to take out. Trickiest fleets to take out with off-meta. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for giving a damn. And really quick, let's go raid someone. And it's very important you guys stay for the raid, because I need your guys' help with something. Okay, we're gonna raid this guy on Twitch, and then let's go find ourselves one on YouTube. I doubt there's anyone that's streaming Galaxy of Heroes currently. Even if they are, they're probably locked out as well. We'll see if we can find a Star Wars stream, but I need your guys' help for this. Oh, nothing. No Battlefront, no Star Wars. Is there a Jedi? Nope, no one's streaming Jedi today. Let's try that. That's gonna be something that actually might be bad. Sure. We're gonna raid this random dude. I think he's playing Destiny right now, but I want you to stay. You don't need to stay longer than like 30 seconds in a stream, but I want you guys to go over there, and I want you to tell him in chat whether or not you think that Rabid Beaver was wearing pants today in stream. I will hop over there. I'm going to see how many of you guys think I was wearing pants today. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for giving a damn, and I'll see you guys in the next video.